Virgo. Okay, so you have a very interesting reading here for Virgo singles. This is about those of you that are single, those of you that are not in a relationship. You might be casually dating or you might be doing absolutely nothing. But anyway, this is a great reading. It's very interesting, very reminiscent feeling to me of some kind of fated event, destined event. And this could be some kind of twin flame scenario coming out of this, and some trust issues moving forward with somebody that I think is on your coattails. So Virgo, watch till the end, because this is a pretty interesting reading. I like it. I think it feels great. So do me a favor, stick around to the end, and when you're done, like, share, subscribe, whatever, leave a comment. Let me know how this fits with you. And so let's get at it and do your reading. Thanks. All right, Virgo, let's get going here. Single Virgos, May 2020, the 11th of May to the end of May. Let's see where you're at. Perhaps you're trying to meet in these kind of weird times that we're in, or what are you doing? What's going on with you being single at this time in your life? So we're gonna start pulling cards and get to the bottom of it, see what we can find out. So the first card we have, what's on your mind, the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles here is about growth, nurturing. So that's what's on your mind. But we're gonna dig deeper into that. What are you feeling? Three of Pentacles. What is before you? Ooh, Five of Wands. This keeps coming out a lot, and it doesn't surprise me for a singles reading. Usually there's always some kind of conflict that leads to being single. What is in your near future here is Page of Swords. Let's see. And what is challenging you, or your obstacle, or what is it you need to know? We have the Wheel. This to me is really saying, I'm going to scoot these a little bit so you can see them all. The Wheel there to me is saying to just believe. Believe in change. Believe that your time is coming, and to not give up on that belief. So let's get into it a little bit and see what's going on for you, Virgo. So we have at the top here, we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is what you're thinking. What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? And right now, this is talking about growth. This is talking about, I think for some of you, this intuitively is talking about actually growing up and maturing. I think some of this is maybe of the last few months, kind of the world events and current events have kind of challenged your beliefs, kind of challenged you as a person. And I think that this kind of represents this feeling of growing up, maturing a little bit, and some of your beliefs evolving, changing. And I think what this also does is brings in this kind of low-hanging fruit that you can pick from, where you are evolving and adapting and changing to your circumstances. So what's on your mind is really about how everything in your present environment is changing you, and how you are able to tap into that and pick the good things from that and put that to work for you. What's on, what are you feeling? Three of Pentacles is a lot about cooperation, working with others. And so to me, I almost feel like this is what you ultimately want out of this and moving forward, is that connection, that human connection, where you are able to work with somebody, not just on a romantic level, but how a relationship works, how it can be a well-oiled machine, how things can be very fluid. And so that is your idea of a relationship. And then what's coming in for you toward the end of May, this is the wheel. This is serendipity. So whatever you're doing in your energy space is really working for you. You have the Five of Wands in the past, which is about conflict. It's about not getting along. It's about having disagreements. And whatever has gone on in your past has led you to a place of growth, really. This is about learning from the past, learning from trial and error, learning from what you might perceive as mistakes, but really there's only lessons in life and not so much mistakes. And then coming in, you have the Page of Swords. So somebody from your past is probably, or somebody you know is probably kind of keeping tabs on you. And so this is a time where we're really connected by social media, Virgo. And so in that, you might find that you receive some kind of message or communication from somebody, I think probably from your past. And it is something that maybe is the wheel. What happens here is quite possibly the wheel coming in, and it's this kind of seems like chance, or I really don't believe in chance, but it could be karmic, it could be fated, but whatever it is, this communication, and I think, like I said, somebody from the past coming back to revisit you. And I feel like this is a good thing, not at all negative. This isn't somebody from the past that you don't want to hear from. And then on the bottom of the deck, by the way, we have the Magician here. So the Magician is really working within your environment to balance, to bring what it is you want into your reality, and tapping into that that manifestation, that magic, that really those desires that you have to manifest a new start, a fresh start, a new life. So let's see what we get here when we clarify these. Okay, so we're going to look at recent past, Chariot. So there was definitely some conflict and some arguments, definitely disagreements. This probably was a very quick ending. It came in really fast. It was probably mutual. And in that mutual separation, it really just does get you to that place that really you needed to be in and wanted to be in. This to me feels like it was not, oh, look at this, Seven of Pentacles. And here we have Seven of Pentacles twice. So this is a repeater, and I always pay attention to cards that come out twice, or even sometimes 3 times, depending on how many decks I'm working with. But that Seven of Pentacles is really all about growth, and I think this is saying you outgrew a relationship, you outgrew the person you were with, and that just leads to that imbalance in the relationship, a conflict, and not being able to just have a fluid relationship. And I think that's really where you ended up. And now that you're single, you're, I think, thinking bigger than just a relationship. You're thinking about the big picture overall about your life. And even if you want to be seriously 100% committed at this time anyway, I have the feeling some of you are really not wanting to be in that place at this time, or even in the very near future. But for those of you that do, the wheel is all about really choosing what is it that you really want and what's for your highest good at the same time, but what is it that you really want out of your current circumstances. We're going to look at the Seven of Pentacles, about this growth, about thinking about maturing, and thinking about this feeling of your thought process and your beliefs, and how you respond to others around you. What you think and believe in is all something that's really very much in motion right now, and very much blooming and growing. And I think you're picking wisdom off the tree from the lessons you've learned in the past. And I think this is really causing you to have some very exponential personal growth. But we're going to dig into the Seven of Pentacles a little bit and see. We have, look at the Seven of Swords. So you got a lot of sevens here. And I think, you know, sevens can often be referred to as the lucky number, or it's about luck or chance. And then you have the wheel in this reading. So I think, to me, this is almost like an omen of good luck coming toward you. And the Seven of Swords, you know, you might have this reservation or worry about protecting yourself, guarding yourself, being careful that when you let people in, they're not there to kind of pick you apart and break you down. I think you've had that too much in the past, and so there's this very guarded energy and very protective energy of yourself. We're going to see what else we get for the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. So definitely some feeling of some good luck coming in May, toward the end of May. Some of you have just something, some kind of what might seem like to others chance. I think this is really more, so much more than what we would call chance. I think this is something that you've been working on internally. So whatever it is that you want, it looks like it's coming to reality for you in May, especially toward the end of May. And then we have Justice. Look at that. I love this. Seven of Pentacles. So Justice is about balance, and I think this is you bringing yourself into balance. This is you returning to you, and, you know, coming into that power that you have, Virgo, to really understand that you are the master of your destiny. And, you know, no matter what these cards say here, these are only a tool. No matter what things you learn in astrology, and other types of esoteric beliefs, or any type of traditional faith belief, we're only limited by the we're really only limited by the amount of weight we give it and how we let it really affect our sovereignty. And so I think you have a realization that this is nothing more than a tool, an intuitive tool to help you. But you do have Justice, and I think that you, when you see this, you realize that you've been working on that balance. And to me, this Justice is just strictly about bringing yourself into balance and into alignment. And I think really this is why you're getting that wheel coming in, because you're ready for something big and something new coming your way. And we're going to look at the Page of Swords, because I did say I felt like somebody was kind of working their way toward you, or keeping tabs on you, checking up on you, wanting to know more information about you. Maybe you're doing something, you're involved in something that really has somebody, you know, has their interest piqued, and they're really wanting to know more about you. What's that about? Five of Cups. They may be hesitant. They might feel like if this is somebody you know from your past, or a past person, they might feel like you're not going to be receptive. They might feel like you're not going to want to engage them. And so I feel like this Five of Cups tells me that there's this hesitation, because whoever this is very much wants to communicate with you. But I think there's this element of fear or worry, worrying about rejection. But let's see where you're going with this. I think this is somebody you're going to want to communicate with, for sure. Seven of Wands. This, again, this is whoever this is in your near future that's wanting to reach out to you, or who's watching you. And this is probably why they're watching you from a distance, because they have that element of fear. They probably look to you as being more dominant, somebody that is, maybe they have the perception that you're unapproachable, and maybe they just don't have the balls, let's put it that way, to approach you. You probably, the feeling and the energy I get is just force to be, you know, to be wowed by, because you've really brought yourself into a good energy and there's something about you that there's something they want from you, but not in a way that is negative or that they want to use you. But there's something I think that they need or want from you, and it might just be your attention. It might be, it could be any number of things. And we're going to pull one more and see if we get anything out of that. Nine of Swords. Okay, so this person, I'm going to just say it right now, this person is probably not going to reach out to you unless you reach out to them first. And I think that they are so worried and they have so much anxiety about this. But I think that there is some kind of divine karmic, some kind of thing here that has to happen, that has to work, and I think it's going to happen regardless. But you might already know who this is. You might have an inkling of who it is that is really you know, coming toward you. And then we have here, what else do we got for the Three of Pentacles? We didn't really talk about what are you, oh, we got a couple cards, that's too many. What is going on with what you're feeling? And that feeling we talked about is that element of cooperation, working with somebody, getting along, maybe a project. This could be any number of things, but you really have a drive or a focus on something specific, and I think you want that more than you want any type of love relationship. But let's see what we got here, the Lovers. So this is definitely, this, I talk about love and then the Lovers comes out. So this is definitely some kind of thing going on. This is, I don't know really what this is, but whoever this is, I kind of feel like you have an idea, but you're not really going in that direction, because you might just, it might not seem to you at this time that you want to approach this person. I feel like whoever this is has a real big crush on you. I think they really admire you, and I think that they want to approach you, but they're not going to first. So whatever this is pretty interesting. I really like this energy, though. It's very cat and mousey to me. And if you like cat and mouse, this is for you then, because that's exactly what this really feels like. And we're going to pull one more for the Lovers here, and the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Pentacles. And so I think that, like I said, this to me is talks about two things. Number one, the person that you're dealing with is somebody that is maybe not quite as grown up as you. They want to reach out to you. They want to make an offer. Maybe they have a proposition of some sort. Whatever it is they have to offer you, I don't think they're going to come toward you unless you speak to them first. And this could be any type of conversation, and that just opens the door. So that's the first thing, is really them not wanting to reach out to you. But in this Page of Pentacles is a foundation for something good down the road. And I think that that's really what this is about. And this is about, there's some kind of new understanding, new knowledge, new idea, creativity, you know, innovation in this with this person. And the two of you, I almost feel like, and I just kind of comes to me, is twin flame. So if you believe in your twin, this might be your twin working out their stuff, and you're at the point where you've worked out your stuff, and they're really trying to come toward you. But again, like I said, there is this feeling of immaturity, and there's some growing up to do somewhere with this other person, I think. We're going to pull one for the wheel, and this one just flew out. Ten of Swords. Okay, so what do we say about the Ten of Swords here? You know, Ten of Swords is very heavy. It's about, you know, not just being stabbed in the back or done wrong, but it's about more than one knife in the back. And this is about something happening in excess. So I think that I'm going to pull one more, because I already know what I want to say, and I just want to be careful about what I say here. I think this is more about fears, and this is more fear-based. But let's see. Let's see what comes out. That's too many. And that's the jumper we want. Nine of Wands. Okay. So you have Nine of Wands and Ten of Swords. I think this is this is what I'm going to say. This is fear-based, and I think this coming in has a very good chance of causing you to say no, or causing you to disengage. And I think what happens if you do that, this is going to end up being a regret for you down the road. This is something that you're probably going to look back on and say, I had this opportunity, it was right in my lap, and now I have to wait a very long time, or see if something like this opportunity ever comes around again. So I think this is really fear-based. These cards coming out, it just might cause you to be a little too worried. Is it too good to be true? Is this opportunity, is this person, do I need to be careful about them? Here we have the Devil, and so the Devil is very much about that type of thinking. This wheel is about you, it's not about them. And so this is why I'm saying this is you being your own worst enemy. This is you, the Nine of Wands, having regret. This Ten of Swords is your fear, your biggest fear coming out here. And I think that's really what this is about. On the bottom of this deck here, though, we have the Six of Pentacles. And, you know, this is about giving, fairness. This is benevolence. This is trust. This is compassion. This is unity. This is about loving one another. And so I think that with the Lovers here, I really feel like you have to let yourself trust and believe that this is something that's coming in, and you don't have to choose it. You don't have to choose whatever it is coming your way. But I think if you don't, you're going to probably have this big feeling of regret and disappointment over it. I'm going to pull one of these, and we're going to see what happens. What else do we get? One more. This. Hold on, bear with me. These two came out for Taurus. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. I don't know. So you have Yang, and this is that fiery passion of creation. This is a masculine energy. This is taking charge. This is knowing your surroundings, your environment. This is really working with creativity, inspiration, and being, being successful and with what you're doing. The chaos and conflict here, to me, I don't know. I kind of feel like this could be that this person maybe isn't ready and there's some chaos and conflict, but I don't really feel like that. I feel like chaos and conflict is some things from your past bringing in this doubt and worry about the wheel that comes in, and not trusting it, and not just going with it, and not just letting things flow and happen naturally. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. I think it's this is kind of a crazy reading. This is very strange to me, and it's kind of, this might be more specific for a select few of you, actually. But with that said, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to say stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you again later this month when it comes for June readings here soon. So thank you.